The Mike Gallagher Show.
Can you please stop trotting Schumer out there? What is the decision-making process here? Oh, I don't know. How about Schumer? He's uninteresting, but at least he's monotone. Oh, wait. And Chuck, before you go out there, you look too young. Put on these readers and lower them on your nose.
In the ReliefFactor.com studios, here's Mike.
Oh, I've done it now. Opened up a can of worms with all this medical stuff. Florida, Mike, maybe it's the 1 teaspoon of plastic that a lot of us have in our brains that's causing your problems. Look, I heard Tara this morning in South Carolina. Tara did a whole thing about how people with Alzheimer's, they're finding out that there's more plastic in our brains than ever before. I blame it. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I got plastic. Maybe I got plastic on the brain, leading to my poor circulation. All the doctor said, because he was going in from one appointment to the other, I said, look, I'm on the air. I'm falling apart. I need to know if I'm going to die of a brain tumor tomorrow. Will I make it through the week? He laughed. Can you imagine being my doctor? This guy needs hazard pay. I mean, not that I don't pay him a lot. They have this fancy concierge medicine. But good old Dr. Chan, he's right there with me every step of the way. And he said to me, Mike, look, you've got some minor circulation issues, but no tumors. California says, you got to consider quitting all caffeine or coffee. Well, I don't drink any coffee, but please don't deprive me of my Diet Coke. And that's what Tracy's yelling at. I guarantee you, my kids are the same. Dad, you got to stop the Diet Cokes. Can I just have a little bit of enjoyment in my life? Finally, from Philly, sounds like you need a craniosacral massage. Try it once and you'll be hooked. Oh, I've had those. I am hooked. That's what I need. All right, let's go back to it now. Listen, I've got some breaking news. This is hysterical. Moments ago, a cadre of Democrats, a gaggle of demons, led by Maxine Waters, attempted to storm the Department of Education. Now, it's a huge building. Have you ever been to Washington, D.C. and seen the Department of Education building? It's such a bloated bureaucracy. And Trump is saying, look, we don't need a federal Department of Education. Let the states run education. The states handle it. You got school boards. You got state control. We do not need the gazillion-dollar Department of Education. So now Democrats are freaking out about that. They're like buzzing from one crisis to another, trying to put out as many fires as they can. And none of it's working. None of it's working. Steve Bannon had he's got a great theme. Flood the zone. Trump is flooding the zone. David Hogg, the kid from Parkland, the school shooting, he was elected one of the DNC vice chairs. He actually posted on social media last night what Democrats did today. 1, Senate Democrats held the floor for 30 hours straight, speaking out against Trump's Office of Management and Budget nominee, Russ Vought. Well, he got confirmed. So that went nowhere, David. Nice try. Here's a biggie. You want to know what Democrats did yesterday? They wrote a letter. David Hogg is bragging about how nearly 100 House Democrats sent a letter to the acting education secretary demanding transparency on Trump's efforts to dismantle the Department of Education. Really? Did you write a letter, David? Did they write nearly 100 and a letter? So, hey, Karen, you wrote the manager? And you said you're upset? You want transparency from the manager? No. I mean, that's epic. You're writing letters. Way to go, Democrats. You're getting it done. And now today, they stormed the education building, the Department of Education building, led by Auntie Maxine. I hope the guy with the cane is around, swinging the cane around like a wild man. Is Al Green there with the gold cane? Let's take a look and a listen. If you're watching on Salem News Channel, we're also live streaming on X today, at Gallagher Show. You can see this video as well as hear it on your favorite radio station. Let's check out what happened when the Democrats attempted to storm the Department of Education building.
And they're treating
the kids deserve to have us go in and fight for them.
This is appalling.
Children of this country deserve that battle.
This is a public institution. This is not Russia. Let the camera see him. Let the camera see him. This man here. Contractor.
We are members of Congress.
Come in.
They're blocking
I want you to
us.
see this man here, who is a federal employee. He told us.
No, he's not.
Are you a federal employee?
No.
Huh?
Yes.
No, he said he's a federal employee. We pay him. We raise money to make sure that we have a Department of Education. Everybody that's hired at the Department of Education are here because we pay for them to be here. He's standing here today, blocking the door, and he can't give us a good reason why he's blocking this door.
Make sure they see right here, all access entrance.
Well, and I think it should be clear to parents in the United States, if you want to advocate on behalf of your children, you are not allowed to come into this building where you pay taxes. Parents who have children who are disabled, access is being blocked. You voted for members of Congress to advocate on behalf of your children. Children with disabilities, for young women who have been victims of sexual assault in our classrooms, on our school grounds. Members of OCR are fighting for your children. We are not allowed in the building to talk to them. We are not allowed to advocate on behalf of America's children. America, we have a problem.
Oh, boy. Yep, America, we have a problem, all right. The Democrats are big mad. They are bigly mad. Oh, man, this is too much. I'm having too much fun. Thank goodness I don't have a tumor. Thank goodness it's just minor brain circulation problems, because I wouldn't want to miss any of this. My goodness. And they think they're doing something. It's like David Hogg. What Democrats did today. We wrote a letter. We're mad. And we're not going to take it anymore. They've lost. They're losing. They're losing big time. And incidentally, over at Breitbart, some insane stuff to be found on @DataRepublicans site. It's worth a follow. There's something called the National Democratic Institute. It's got characters like Tom Daschle, Stacey Abrams, Donna Brazile, Michael McFaul, and Randy Weingarten, the head of the Powerful Teachers Union, on its board. The National Democratic Institute received $167 million in government grants. $81.7 million of that went to employee compensation. 15 officers received compensation between $178,000 and $344,000 for a total of $2.8 million. $4.1 million on office expenses. $13.7 million on travel. $4.2 million on conferences, conventions, and meetings. Its mission statement, are you ready for this? To work in partnership around the world to strengthen and safeguard democratic institutions, processes, norms, and values to secure a better quality of life for all. Wow. Hugo's in St. Petersburg, Florida. How you doing, Hugo?
I'm all right.
Good. What's up? Go.
I would just call it, they're running out of bullets. They're being cornered. That's the whole problem they got. They always look for an excuse to make drama. But they don't have nowhere to go.
Yeah, I mean they're like cornered, wounded animals. They've got their backs are against the wall. I mean, this stunt of showing up at the Department of Education, and that poor guy, you should have seen him standing there with his arms folded. He's got his glasses up on the top of his head. He's like, "You're not getting in." They got nowhere to go. Marianne in Chicagoland. Hey, Marianne, how are you? Welcome back.
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Thank you for taking my call.
You bet.
I was having a conversation with some of my Democrat friends, and I do have friends that are Democrats.
Me too.
And somebody said, "Oh my gosh, can you believe what's going on? They're shutting down AID. People are dying." And I looked at them. Sometimes I can't help myself, and I just said, "It's only been 2 days. Nobody's dying. This is not going to last."
People are dying. I mean, and look, I know that USAID does some good. They do ship a lot of essentials and food. But guess what? If you're on the one hand doing some good and you're also ripping off the taxpayers and stealing from us to the tune of billions of dollars, you got to shut it down. Find another way for us to be generous and kind and giving to some of these poor nations. But why wouldn't Democrats be glad that we've rooted out in just 2 short weeks all this corruption? Bob's in Wisconsin. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Mike, how are you? Thanks for taking my call. Godspeed on your health, my friend.
Thank you. Oh, I'm doing great.
I'll tell you, Maxine Waters, and please keep it up. You're doing wonderful. I love the circus music in the background. That's fantastic. Just keep it up. That's fantastic. But I have a quick question and a comment. The question is this money already out the door, this wasteful spending that they found? Are we going to get this money to stop it from going out the door?
Oh, that's a great question. And the other part, it's a great question, Bob, and the other part of it that's so important is this. The other big problem is, why wasn't this caught until now? Which is even more reason to appreciate the Trump administration like never before. I mean, there weren't any other administrations that could have uncovered this waste. And here's the best part of all. They've got no defense. They've got no excuse. Wait till you hear the way Matt Vespa characterizes this over at townhall.com, Politico's response to the allegations that USAID wasn't shoveling a bunch of money into their coffers. Their response was a complete and total disaster. Hey, we having fun yet? Welcome in. The Democrats are big time mad, and it doesn't sound like there's anything they can do about it.